Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review of Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 17, Decision Day, but they called this Got My Mind Made Up. So, supposedly they do, but Reunion showing something else. We made it. Okay, we made it. Episode 17. This took like half a damn year. We just gotta get right into it because at this point, we all just waiting to hear what their answer is and be done. I don't know why this thing was still 2 hours, but that's how they do. And the reunion gonna be two parts. So let's just get right into it. We finally get to decision day. Thank the Lord Jesus. You know, everyone does their little video diary. They're nervous about decision day and what it's gonna entail. They don't know how it's gonna go. No one ever does, but we still gonna go through it. We still gonna okay. The experts, come in to sit down, get ready to welcome the first couple, which is gonna be Jasmine and Michael. I just had to make one little note. I didn't like Viviana's makeup. Pastor Cal looking like Pastor Cal. Dr. Pepper looking like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Viviana, she looking like Dr. Viviana. But I just didn't like the makeup. She looking like Casper the Ghost to me. I'm just like, why did you think this was okay? Like, you saw how you look before you came out in the area y'all gonna sit for the decision day, and you thought that was okay, Dr. Viviana? You're very beautiful, lady. Just wouldn't be me, but it ain't about them. So Jasmine and Michael are the first to go. I did like Jasmina's outfit. She looked like she was going to a fancy brunch on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Michael looked like he was going to attend a wedding back in the 1990s and had to teleport back here real quick for the decision day to then go back to that 1990s wedding. So they sit down, they talk about what they usually talk about, the good, the bad, the pros, the cons. And Jasmina had to let us know that Michael, one time when they were sleeping, she woke up with his hand on her booty. Michael said he didn't really know what he was doing. He was unconscious. He was sleeping, so it may have just slipped there. Pastor Cal ain't really believing it. Pastor Cal, the expert's trying to ask Jasmina, okay, is that a good thing or a bad thing? She not trying to answer. I'm like, Jasmina, it's a simple yes or no. Like, can he do that or can he not? So she's like, well, he knows if it's right or wrong. He knows whatever. And Michael's like, well, he doesn't really know. He doesn't know if he can or not. Because technically he didn't subconsciously do it. He did it unconsciously. So he says, but listen, bro, if she didn't tell you, like, don't be putting your hand on my booty and stuff, put your hand on her booty, okay? Ignite the fire, as Pastor Cal says. I don't know what is there really to ignite after 2 months and she's not feeling you, but you feeling her. But, you guys gonna see how it goes afterwards, because they said, it's time for decision. What is it? Jasmina was about to say her answer. Seemed like she was going to say no. So then it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. She says yes. We get to Michael. He says yes. Dr. Viviana, I guess, made a noise. Pastor Cal gave a tissue to Dr. Pepper, who gave the tissue to Dr. Viviana. She holding on to the tissue tight. She not even crying, because what you got a tissue to wipe some non-existent tears, Dr. Viviana? Ain't nothing to cry about. This whole episode, nothing was to cry about this whole episode for me. The only time I teared up is when I yawned towards the end of the episode, because I was tired, because it shouldn't have been 2 hours, but it was. Okay, so yeah, they both said yes. They cheers to over champagne. You know what they usually do. And that was it for them. We're going to move on to the next one to go, which was Katina and Elijah one. Katina's outfit looked cute. Nipples definitely poking out through, didn't get no nipple pasties. But that's okay. She don't really got much up there anyway. It's fine. But it was giving very cocktail nightgown dress morphed into one mix. So it was kind of cute, but I'm just like, this is giving very nightgown vibes at the same time, Katina. Like, you could go to the cocktail hour and go straight to sleep at the same time with that dress on. But Elijah one, he looked nice. He looked like he was gonna be a groomsman for a friend's wedding. I like the fit. It's not nothing wrong with it. She just looked like this was a whole like wedding suit that you rented for a friend's wedding to be a part of in the bridal party. But I liked it. They sit down, of course, to talk about the good, the bad, the pros, the cons. The only thing I took from their little conversation before their decision was they're still saying gondola and not the actual word of gondola. It's gondola, people. And it kind of upset me that. Well, no, because I think that one of the experts did say gondola, but the, that they went over both of Katina and Elijah's head at this point. But we get to their decision. We get to their decision, and oh no! Before that, the other thing I took from the little talk was they still haven't consummated the marriage, so they said, and Katina was like, if they both do say yes on decision day, well, today's decision day, if they both say yes, the next time they see her, she's gonna be like, hey, because they got it in. So when she said that, well, once she said that, that already told me everything I need to know. However, I do read spoilers, so I already knew what their answer was gonna be through people who be catching them out and about. But it is what it is. They gonna get it in after they say yes. So what is this decision gonna be? Katina said yes, of course. People was like, Katina, please. She stayed with this nigga through this whole 2 months after all the shit he done said. Throughout the whole 2 months, after all the shit he done said, right then and there on decision day, right in front of her, talking about the food she cooking isn't edible. So you thought she was gonna say no? Y'all really thought she was gonna say no? Has she not proven that she'll ride or die for this nigga for life at this point? So you thought she was gonna say no? I knew she was gonna say yes. Everything thus far showed me she was gonna say yes. But yeah, she said yes. It's Elijah's turn. He got to be dramatic with it. Get a little teary-eyed talking about his dad. Technically his dad chose who his wife was gonna be because today, decision day, is his dad's birthday. So he crying. The experts crying. Katina hugging him, whispering, "Why didn't you tell me it was your dad's birthday today, girl? Would it have mattered? What difference gonna make you?" What difference would it make? Y'all both gonna say yes still, regardless. He trying to make it seem like, oh, she gonna say no, or he trying to tell her to say no, or that he should say. Elijah, you gonna say yes because ain't no other female gonna really put up with your bullshit that Katina be putting up. Okay, I know I'm moving fast, but I don't want to spend too much time talking about basic answers. If I wanted to, I could have made this review like 2 minutes and just said this person say yes, this person. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really looking forward to the reunion, the reunion next week and the week after. But as far as this right now, it could have been 30 minutes. But, he was dramatic. But at the end, he said yes. So, everybody, Pastor Cal teared up. They popped some bubbly for, congratulations. And then they move on. Because that's what we do. We move on to Steve and Noy. They're next. Noy looks cute and basic, in my personal opinion. Steve dressed, looking like he owns a Fortune 500 company. And, looking sharp. Except the high water pants is like, Steve, you tall. Like, any pants that doesn't fit the length of your leg gonna look like high water. Like, but those pants look hella high waters. Hella high waters. It look passed up your shit when you sat down, Steve. Anywho, they're next to go. Steve brings in flowers. Steve. He just gotta be a sweetheart. He brings in flowers, give Dr. Viviana, Dr. Pepper, like one single flower, gives Noy the rest of the bouquet of flowers. Got Pastor Cal a book. I don't know. I didn't get to read what book he got him. I don't know, but he got him a book. And they sit down. Of course, they talk about the good, the bad, pros and cons, all the blah, 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 blah stuff. Noah gets emotional and says that she feels so safe with Steve. That makes all the experts cry. And I'm wondering to myself, why the hell y'all cry? This is not a crying matter at all whatsoever. Noah cried for every damn thing. She cried for every damn thing. I think she cried the first episode of this whole season. And I'm like, why are we crying right now? I think she cried because she got picked. I'm just like, I don't want to. Why y'all crying for? They cry for like almost every couple on this show for this decision day. There was no reason to cry for this whole episode. For this whole 2 hours, there was no reason to cry. I did not. I told you I didn't shed one tear. But was the decision? Steve said yes. What else? The guy was looking on freaking JamesAllen.com for engagement rings for Noy. You thought he was gonna say no? He was looking for. Let that sink in, folks. Let that sink in. He was looking for engagement rings when he should have been talking about. I don't know. Should I have? Should I be married? He was looking for engagement rings. Listen, he said yes. The moment he said yes, my husband, he got him and just walked away. He like, bro, why he do that? And he's like, no, he say no. I'm like, no, if Steve said yes, she gonna say yes too. He left. He just left, went to another room in the house. He's like, I'm not dealing with it. Steve says no, I'm getting up, and sure enough, he got up and left. And I don't blame him, because I was questioning why too, but like I said, once he was looking for engagement rings, I knew his answer was gonna be a yes. So he said yes. Noy says yes. Like I said, all the experts crying and shit, and they toast with champagne. For a while, why we crying? No, they just happy. They're like, oh, we got another 3 so far. 3 out of 5 said yes. That's why I cry, because they trying to prove us wrong. But you don't prove us wrong until we confirm that all 4 couples. Ooh, listen. Y'all gonna know. You guys gonna fire them. 3 so far. Okay, you're gonna be shocked by the next one. But they just want to prove a point that they got all these right couples that said yes. No. You didn't get right couples at all whatsoever. What? No. Okay, it's only right when we see they're still together like a year in. Okay, 2 months. You know how quick time flies? Time goes by quick. I'm surprised right now we in May of 2022. So 2 months ain't nothing. Okay, so we move on. We move on to Lindsay and Mark. Lindsay and Mark the Shock. They're last to go. The train wreck of a marriage they are. Lindsay, she looks nice, cute, and sweet. Even though that's the furthest thing from the truth. She looked like she dressed and ready to go to a presidential ball at the White House in Washington, D.C. Shout out to season 10, which I'm currently rewatching on Netflix right now. Mark looking nice and simple. He looked like he works for Craig Goldenfarb, attorney at law. Okay, he looked like he dressed as a paralegal, maybe. I don't know how paralegals dress, but he looked like he about to go to court, after this decision day thing, to go help fight a case. One of the attorney's assistants or whatever the case may be. I don't know. He looked like he worked at a law firm. Okay. With a suit on. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just like, Mark. But they sit down, they talk about, of course, the good, the bad, the pros, the cons. And Lindsay wants to let us know that she's upset with Mark because he's always on his phone, always on social media, using filters. That's so immature. So, she's going to have to call me immature because I use filters all the time. And she's just upset that Mark be talking about doomsday with her, about her on social media. So anything he puts on social media about her is going to come back to her. So she's upset about that. And, just giving, major Karen-esque about how she's feeling with Mark the Shock. And, it's just not okay. And I'm looking at her like, you feeling some type of way, Lindsay, when you said so many things on live TV. Not even live TV. I'm sorry. Not on live TV. Said so many things on national TV with cameras rolling, with the mic hooked up to you. Mark only posted stuff that is true about you being crazy, probably, and you just always up here and never just on a level, even path. But you can say so many things about him sexually out to the open world about his small balls, and you think his splooge looks dehydrated, and he's pathetic, he's a loser, that he needs to go call his mommy. Lindsay, you said so many things like, but oh my gosh, he put on social media about Doomsday being with me. But you could say everything under the sun, above the sun, and between the sun about Mark and his body, and it's okay. That's not how it works, Lynn. That is not how it works. But of course, woe is me. She has to play the victim in every scenario. She's never at fault. She's never at fault. So, uh, Pastor Cal done told Mark he need to take the L. Really, Pastor Cal? Have you not seen the season? They probably not. They don't see the season. They don't know what's going on. They say they know. They hear things that the producers say. No, you need to see footage. Pretty much they was on Lindsay's side. Now, while I would agree it's not right to be posting about your spouse or nothing on social media, because I can't for Noy for that. But Lindsay crazy as hell is different. Steve and Lindsay are two different people. All he's doing is telling the truth that she crazy as hell. That's probably his cry for help on social media, if anything. So, because she want to joke about, like, I'll murder you. Tell me that's okay. So she could just laugh about, I'll murder you. But he can't be like, yo, my wife is crazy today, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get through this day. I don't know what he said, but it's something. I'm pretty sure something to that effect. Anyway, even though she probably low-key threatened him to say yes, because that's what he said. Because we get to what their decision is. Mark says yes. Because Lindsay probably forced him, telling him, you better say yes on decision day, or else I'm going to kill you in your sleep. That's why she said, I'll murder you. He said yes, she said yes. And Lindsay asked if they're ready for champagne. I'm like, she probably just said yes so she could get some more free alcohol. Not like they're not going to give it to you, even if you were to say no. Because if you ask for it, I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you. It's like, they got the whole Married at First Sight sticker on the champagne. Like, girl, if you want a champagne, just ask the producers. They would have gave it to you regardless if you said yes or no. But she said yes. And they pop and drink some alcohol. That's Lindsay's favorite pastime. And we move on. Because, there was still like another 20, 30 minutes of the show. So the couples move out of their apartments. And I'm like, I thought they already moved out. But no, we got to see them actually moving out. Noy trying to tell Steve she want to live together, especially if they're going to be having kids. Oh, so now you want to, you want to live together with Steve. She even talking about getting a second dog. Oh. At this moment, I even put in my notes, I said, oh, Steve must have finally showed her his bank account, checkings and savings. He probably got multiple bank accounts, checkings and savings. So she probably done saw all that. So she's like, breath of fresh air, finally at ease, at peace. So she's happy. She's going to be real happy later on. Michael and Jasmina said they're not moving in together immediately. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that means never then. Because y'all don't even have a romantic, intimate relationship at this point. So you guys are just legally married, to be honest. And living separate, I don't think that's going to make you guys any closer. It might just wedge you further apart. But knowing that Jasmina likes long distance relationships, this is probably her way of getting romantically, having romantic feelings for Michael, because she has to feel some type of distance from him, because she used to long distance relationships, so that's probably what she want. That's whatever. All right. Mark gives Lindsay keys to his grandma's house, and they talk about they're gonna renovate the house. You better hope you don't piss her off, Mark, because she might just change the locks on the house. So be careful with that. You better have a locksmith on speed dial, Mark, because knowing how Lindsay is, especially gonna be behind closed doors now with no cameras, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, just like I'm praying for Katina. Okay, so the gang finally all gets together, including Chris and Alyssa. I guess Alyssa was trying to come dressed to impress. She's like, this is gonna be my last time on the camera, so like I have to, even Michael said it, I have to come last to really show out in my sparkly dress to just have all the attention on me. But like nobody cared about you. The producers, the camera barely showed the pan the camera on you, Alyssa, because there was nothing for you to be talking about. They asked you how's it been going for like 2 seconds, and you said you're doing good, and that was it. Like we do not care. We do not care. You didn't even have to come to us. So you're very irrelevant to us. We care more about what's going on with Chris than your ass. So you didn't even have to come, but you had to show out in your sparkly dress, okay? You try to get fetch. Fetch was not happening for you, Alyssa. We do not care. Moving on to Chris, he getting out that he dating again, and we're like, okay, Chris, we here for this. Yes. Lindsay in the confessional says she's happy for Chris, and he finally sees what a great catch he is, all that stuff, saying great stuff about Steve. The producers try to be messy, saying, oh, can you comment about Alyssa and how she's doing? Lindsay kept it real. She's like, I don't give a fuck about Alyssa. I don't care what she got going on. Neither do we. We don't like you either, Lindsay. We really don't. But I can agree, and America can agree. We don't care what the hell going on with Alyssa. She could have stayed with her dogs, even though she's allergic to dogs. Anyway, all the couple said that they stayed together. Elijah and Katina, they had sex. They both agreed it was good. Because Jasmine was like, oh, because you did say you didn't want to rush into it because he was going to be a different person and he was going to care no more. So Katina had to let us know, well, now he cares, guys. He care about me now. So it took having sex with him for him to care about you. I'm not understanding what you're trying to say here, Katina. Because it's been too much. He should have been cared about your ass. And he said he been cared about you, but because now you got the dick. So now you can confirm he cares about you. Girl, okay, that's your husband at the end of the day. He could try. You be trying to hype him up so bad, but he be talking so much trash about you and your cooking and all that. Girl, that's your husband. You gonna stay beside him. That's fine. I don't have energy to be talking about y'all no more. Anything with Michael and Jasmine? No, not really. Lindsay did her little crazy laugh again. Mark looked annoyed and just didn't know what to do with himself. Steve annoyed. He gives Noy a ring pop, a blue one. So she accepts it, but then, he stays on, like, as he went on his knee to give her the ring pop. Then he stayed on his knee to say he got her another ring. And she's like, oh my gosh, I always wanted a second ring. She started ugly crying. I'm just like, here we go. Like, everybody was like, oh, that's so sweet. But no one else was really crying. She was the only one crying. Because I think they probably know, she be dramatic and stuff because she cried for every damn thing. So she crying, hard crying. Oh, I always wanted a second ring. She's talking about, I'm so obsessed with my ring. Oh my gosh. And, she's hugging and loving up all on Steve and Sheen. And, like I said, she probably already done seen the bank account. The multiple bank accounts of checking accounts and savings accounts. So she probably feels very secure in her relationship, in her marriage. And I'm just like, okay, now that you probably done seen all that shit, now you got this second ring, and leave Steve alone. Because you said you want to change his couch. He agreed to it. And you still won't agree to do some damn dishes in the house. So, you know what? Leave him alone. Leave Steve alone. Leave my dog Steve alone. Okay? I don't want to hear about nothing else, Noy, even though I'm sure she's going to be bringing up some bullshit at the reunion part 1 and 2. So, the last thing I wrote is Mark gets emotional in his confessional because he was saying that he loves the experience and being chosen and meeting the people he met on the cast and all that stuff. He loves it, and, he didn't say this word for word, but he probably wouldn't trade it for the world and stuff. You see his eyes all red and shit. That's where it ends. And then we have still two more. You still gonna see me two more times, guys, for the reunion. I can't talk. The reunion part 1 and the reunion part 2. So that'd be that set. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please comment and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys next week for the reunion part 1. Thank you guys. Bye.